Good afternoon. I'm Brent Wilsey, and welcome to today's Smart Investing Briefing.
And I'm Chase Wilsey. A lot going on in the market today. A lot of going on around the world even, I guess.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about this for a while. Some big news here. I got a comment on our thing. This is supposed to be oil. It kind of looked like chlorine. But that is oil.
Yeah, exactly. That's the topic of the day. So that's what we'll be talking about.
Yeah, so let's turn the page and go to oil. Big news today. OPEC cuts production, and they were talking about this yesterday. Said, "Oh, it's not going to happen." Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I feel like it's been going back and forth and back, and that's why you've seen oil been so volatile lately. But today it came out, and the Saudi Arabia, they were actually much more forgiving than a lot of people anticipated.
Yeah, so we thought I'd tell you.
We've been saying it for weeks because months.
Yeah.
Because they're hurting because they get a lot of their revenue from oil and run their country based off that.
Yep.
They can't afford it. So that's
exactly
why they were very forgiving when it came to the production.
It's going to be huge for them. And one thing I want to point out is what OPEC stands for. A lot of people don't know. It's the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. So now you know what OPEC stands for. And again, they're very strong. They're cutting from 33.8 million barrels today down to 3.25 million barrels a day. And that's a big cut. That's going to increase by about 1% the global output. That's a huge thing.
Yeah, reduce it by 1% as a global output? Wow.
That's raise 1% of the global output, yeah.
Erase. I thought you said raise, so I was a little thrown off there. But
right.
Interesting. And, this was just the OPEC cut. The other thing that people got to think about is maybe the non-OPEC area as well. And what I'm talking about here, Russia is a big player, and there's kind of been some questions. Will Russia cut maybe a 300,000 barrel a day cut? Or I've also heard maybe 400,000 barrels a day cut. So that could even increase oil prices even more.
And one thing too is that Russia's one of the 14 non-OPEC countries. There's 14 OPEC countries and 14 non-OPEC countries. So now they're going to meet December 9th. So that's going to be another big meeting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very important. And as we saw today, crude prices were up, I think at the end of the day, up about 8.25%.
Pretty close.
I saw it as high as maybe 9.5%. But 8% is a pretty big jump in one day. And if we see something occur at the December 9th meeting, I think you could see another big jump.
And also, too, on December 9th, you're right, we're going to see that happen. And oil, Brent crude was up over $50 a barrel again. So a lot of good things happening there on oil. And even Iraq agreed to cut about 200,000 barrels a day. And that was the big thing, Iraq and Iran. They said, hey, we're going to help because we're going to make a lot more money off of this. So I think they're finally realizing that this is important. So we'll see what happens going forward. But I think the oil is over.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say it's like making T-shirts and saying the cost is $5 and you give them away for $6.
Yep.
Well, would you rather cut the supply and then make the T-shirt for $5 and then sell them for $7
and make a profit?
Exactly. So that's what they're saying is if we cut production but prices increase, we're going to be much better off.
And we hope you have an oil investment in your portfolio. With that said, we actually looked at one for you here. We always try to help you out and help you understand what we do with our portfolio. But we're talking about the Marathon Oil Corporation. You can see it's like way up here back then. Then wow, oil dropped, went down all the way down below $8 a share. Current price on 18. The high is $18.55. The low for the year $6.52. Let's check out the numbers. See if this is one you should maybe look at to put in your portfolio. Well, no surprise here. Sales down 39.6%, but it's surprised that earnings are up 3%. I was very surprised to see that.
Oh, absolutely. Most of the time, you don't see that, especially with all the depreciation that's occurred. Maybe it has lapped during the hard times. So definitely want to understand those numbers.
And one of the few companies that made it through and did not cut their dividend, you still get a 1.34% dividend. The price of cash looks good at 14.56. Price to tangible book value 0.67. You're still getting the tangible assets for this company at 67 cents on the dollar. That's like a fire sale. It's great.
Oh, absolutely. But I do want to point out the stock was up nearly 20% today.
Wow.
These numbers were based off of yesterday's stock prices. So you got to reevaluate it tomorrow, see what the value is for the company. But I was just impressed to see that they had positive cash flow, as a lot of oil companies do not. You always want to make sure they have that cash flow during those tough times. And also important during the tough times of the balance sheet, take a look at this. Current ratio 2.16.
Wow.
Even more impressive, excluding that inventory, 2.0. So they have 2 times the current assets over current liabilities. Not concerned about them having to pay off those current liabilities and not having any cash or other assets to do that. And also debt to equity, 38.5%. One of the few companies, I think, that could have really weathered a continued downturn.
Exactly. I was going to say a longer storm. They did very well through this storm. I think the storm's coming to an end.
Yeah, I think they could be a great company coming out the other side. Looking forward, though, to December 2017, the average estimate, as you see, is negative 17 cents. So we can't get a target sell price. But take a look at this. The high estimate, $1.12, and the low estimate, negative 71 cents. So really a big discrepancy there, causing this kind of skewed data to create a negative target sell price.
I think we're going to see going forward, a lot of these analysts that thought oil is going back down to $10 a barrel, $20 a barrel, they're going to be gone. And a lot of these guys are going to come off the table, and these guys on the high side things are a little higher because of the meetings going forward. So I think oil companies, we keep talking about it, you should have one energy company in your portfolio. So I am disappointed that our energy company is only up 17%, not 20% today. So.
Shoot.
But thank you for joining us today for our Smart Investing Briefing. If you'd like to find out more about our upcoming Smart Investing Workshop, Saturday, December 3rd, it's right around the corner.
What's today, Wednesday?
Yeah.
3 days away. Can't believe it. It'll be located at the Crown Plaza Resort and Hotel down in Mission Valley. All you have to do is call our office at 858-546-4306. Or you can also go to our website and register, and that website is smartinvesting2000.com.